Yeah, I'd rather not from
and
the
walk up there and
side.
stand like to the left side.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, you all. Thank you for coming.
We only have 9.
We are going to talk to you today about College and Career Readiness Performance Index. And hopefully after we've completed the presentation, you will feel a little more comfortable in terms of your understanding of how this affects your grade in terms of TEKS. Okay, so just an overview. Let you read the agenda. We're going to go through each of the components. We're going to talk to you about the strategies, how analyzing data fits in, data collection, and then resources that are available to you. The Ccrpi is a comprehensive school improvement, accountability, and communication platform for all educational stakeholders that will promote college and career readiness for all Georgia public school students. So that's what it is. Some of the key advantages, we've talked a lot this year about that instructional gap. I think this year was the first year that was kind of introduced, and in terms of the growth models. Introduces the growth dimension, provides a strong focus on literacy and writing, brings science, social studies into the mix, shares the responsibility for graduation rate, shines a light on CTAE performance, sets high expectation for high performers, and compares instructional practices year to year. And so there are 3 components. So the first being achievement. So that's academic portion of it, enrollment, and accountability. So within that are those ideas of attendance, so all of those different parts that play a role into that Ccrpi and the score that you end up getting. Can you go back?
I'm sorry, that was
okay. So just a couple of things in terms of enrollment. That means that they have to be enrolled 65% of the school year. So just to kind of give you an understanding there in terms of who is going to be a part of that score. And then group size, they're not going to talk to you unless there's a group size of 15 or greater. So when we talk about the groups and the subgroups, those have to meet a minimum criteria in terms of the number of people that are included in those groups. Okay? Okay. All right, schools will earn 0 points for the content mastery indicators if the participation rate is not greater than or equal to 95%. So that's helpful in terms of them wanting to see the big picture and it not just being a smaller group of students, but when we're looking at the total group. And so the slide here just shows you how those points are broken down.
This is very crucial, people. We're going to break all these down, but this is like an overview of what we're all going to talk about.
Okay. The first 3 columns are just the basic points. That's how you earn your points. The last 2 columns go into those additional points, kind of like the extra credit points that can be earned. Go back really quickly. And so just to take a look at that achievement, there are 60 points total. Content mastery, and that's what they were talking about, that 95% or more. 40% of that is made up in terms of the content mastery, 24 points. Post-school readiness, 30%. And I believe we're going to go into detail in terms of exactly what that means. 18 points. The graduation rate, or predictors, 30%, 18 points. Growth, progress, is a part of, or growth is a part of the progress measure there. And that is 25 points. And then the achievement gap, gap size, and gap change, a scale of 0 to 3. And again, that'll be broken down in terms of how you get 0, 1, 2, 3. And that's 15 points. And then I believe Ms. Stansberry is going to go into talking about the challenge points and how those things are earned.
All the extra credit points.
Right.
Okay. So
Components.
I'll just talk about the first two components. Okay, now Tiffany just explained like what the three components were, but this right here just basically tells you more into details about the first two. So we have our content, and that's basically our scores from the milestones that we're currently doing right now. And you can go ahead, Dr. Gafford. Like this slide, it actually shows us how we can identify those certain students and what we can do to help them improve their test scores. Like it says, and I think we kind of do this with, well, in math anyway, with our data meetings, how we target students by standards and things, and how we dedicate time, because we meet every Monday, 9th grade. And I know 10th grade meets sometimes too. So we dedicate time during our planning to devise a plan to reteach or remediate certain standards. We assign someone, actually all of us are assigned different titles within our group to do certain things. We collect data from our benchmarks. We report those. You know, we come back to our meetings because we do those pre and post tests. And now this one is cover grades and local performance and standards. We don't necessarily do that one, but yes, we should. Oh, Sunday said we do.
Here.
Oh, yeah, we can do that individually anyway, but not as a group. Okay, Dr. Gafford. Okay, these are some more ways that we can help improve those scores, like on the administrative level, to help administrators help us. They should be able to check grades every 2 weeks to help us devise plans for remediation, have teachers to set performance goals, like at least 80% of our students